Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is the first of a few. I'm not sure how many, but I'm actually going to do a cutting series because I haven't actually done a cutting series since last summer when I did my last cut, which was for the trip and also for body power. And this one is more specifically for body power, which is in probably about 8 or 10 weeks now, I think. So I started my cut last Wednesday. Did it on a Wednesday because that's exactly like 10 or 8 weeks out, I can't remember. But the 13th is when I started my cut. Now, in terms of the calories that I was on and that I dropped to, I wasn't really tracking that well. I was a little bit, just because I've been doing the FODMAP diet, which I'll explain in a second, which I'm now no longer really going to do. But I was on around probably like 1,900 to 2,000 calories, which is what I thought. So I've been doing the low FODMAP diet now, and you guys know this, since my surgery, which was on the 3rd of Jan. And there was a lot of questions in terms of like, has it been working, how have you been feeling? And I thought it was working, but there was so many times when I'd still have a really excruciatingly painful bad stomach, and I was like, this isn't really right. So I am actually tailoring off it a little bit, and I've more so realised that the bad stomach that I've been having isn't just to do with my bowel, it's also to do with how I've been feeling in terms of my emotions and anxiety and things like that, because anxiety and stress is very highly related to your bowel, IBS and a bad stomach, which I'm going to talk about in another video when I think I'm a little bit more ready to talk about that, because I'm not quite there yet in terms of wanting to talk about that, and I'd rather focus this on the cut, my workout split, and exactly what you want to hear and stuff. And I'll throw a workout in here as well, because, you know, probably a HIIT workout, because I just love doing my workouts for you, and you love, hopefully, watch my workouts. Anyway, back to the food situation. So I was on around 1,900 calories and approximately 145 grams of protein, which is roughly 1 gram per pound of body weight. So I'm around 68 kg at the moment, which is my starting weight of my cut. And I stayed at that weight literally the whole way from my surgery. Weighed myself at my surgery, weighed myself the other day, and it was still 68 kg. So it didn't really budge in terms of, even though I was eating more food, my weight didn't fluctuate. So my weight kind of does stay the same. It's also really hard for me to drop weight, which is what I found. But I kind of messed up a bit in terms of what I was eating, because I was eating the exact same thing for months and months and months, so I kind of just roughly knew my calorie intake. But basically, I've been having these pancake things, obviously not FODMAP, stuff like that, I was just having them anyway. The ones you can get like pre-baked from Asda, and I thought when I scanned them, I did scan them, they were 87 calories per pancake, but they're for the mini pancakes. So I've been having these big pancakes, thinking they were 87 calories, so I've been saving myself to have 3 a night, but they're actually 242 calories per pancake. So I've been having 600-ish calories over, maybe 500 over my intake for the past 2 months. So I'm very less stressed about my cut, basically. Not that I was massively stressed anyway, but the fact that I've been eating like 400 calories more a day than I thought I was, and my weight has stayed the same, it kind of says a lot in terms of your weight being at maintenance, being in a surplus, putting weight on and things like that. But I do feel like I have built quite a solid amount of muscle this past year, rather than being in a deficit the whole time. And it is something I actually find really hard in terms of eating more food to build muscle and not put fat on and this and that, because you will put a bit of fat on when you eat more, but also you're going to build muscle, and it's kind of coming to terms with that. And it's okay that you will weigh a bit more when you're eating more food, it's pretty natural. And then when you go into a deficit, when you're consuming less calories, you will lose more weight, and that's just how it works. Calories in versus calories out, simple as that for fat loss. So in terms of going to my calories now, I have cut to 1,700 calories, which I am finding absolutely fine. And you all know I do intermittent fasting. I train at 7 AM, get up at 6, and I don't eat until 1 o'clock. This is the most common question I get asked in terms of, how do you eat after your session? What is it like? I do intermittent fasting because I'm not hungry when I wake up, and I don't want breakfast at like 6 o'clock in the morning or whatever it is. I'd feel so sick before my session. And then because I'm so busy as well, as soon as I get to the office and start work, there's no point in me cramming my breakfast when I don't feel like it. So I have my breakfast at 1 o'clock, and I stop eating at around 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock. So I do the 16-8 fast. Again, this is going to be in cutting series episode 2, talking about my intermittent fasting. But yeah, I'm just really happy with doing that at the moment. 1,700 calories. I've done it for like a week now. It seems absolutely fine. And then 4 weeks out, I'm going to drop to 1,650, and then probably 2 weeks out, I'm going to do 1,600, because I know for me that is quite like a harsh deficit in terms of what I'll go into. Again, different for every single person. Your calorie intake will be dictated by your age, your sex, your lifestyle, and how active you are on a day-to-day basis. Do you have an office job? Are you sedentary? Are you moving around a lot? So even though I'm a fitness influencer, I'm into fitness, I sit down all day because that is my job. Like, I'm a coach, I sat at my desk all day, so I technically do have a sedentary lifestyle, sedentary job, so those things have to be equated for. The main thing that I've done over the past week, which I'm going to continue doing for the next 4 weeks, is adding in 3 power walks a week. Now these are an hour long, so obviously not that intense. I do them with Ben, which is really nice. It's kind of like just refreshing to get out on a walk. Obviously the weather's been a bit shit at the moment in terms of the rain and stuff, but it's beautiful today, so we will go on a walk. I'm also starting yoga twice a week. I'm doing hot yoga this evening. Again, like I said to you, I've been struggling a little bit in terms of my emotions, my anxiety, which I will speak to you about, but just not quite ready to talk about that yet. The purpose of the walk, simply for me, is to get my NEAT up, and this is your non-exercise activity thermogenesis. So this is the activity that you're doing which isn't EAT, which is exercise activity thermogenesis, which is what you're doing in the gym, when you're training, when you're lifting weights, when you're running on a treadmill and things like that. That is all exercise activity thermogenesis. Your NEAT is your things like going upstairs, rather than using a lift, cleaning the house, going on a walk, getting your steps up. And I just think it's a fantastic way just to create that gap in terms of your calories in versus calories out, your energy expenditure, just pushes your deficit a little bit further and keeping my calories at 1,700. So I'm going to stop babbling. I've told you about my calorie intake, which I'm starting my cut on. It's not too intense. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm feeling full. I will obviously show you what I eat in a day in terms of one of the other episodes, but for now I'm going to pop in a HIIT workout for you because I've been loving HIIT workouts recently. They will reduce in terms of as I go further into my deficit and my cut, because if you're eating fewer calories, you aren't moving as much, and you're more tired, you're more fatigued, and doing a high intensity interval session isn't always the best thing to do when you're feeling pretty lethargic anyway after a weight session. So I will drop those over time, but for now I'm going to show you my HIIT workout.
Keep going.
Okay guys, so you have just quickly watched my quick HIIT workout. It was super sweaty. It was a really good session and really enjoyed it. But I hope you enjoyed this video. It's kind of a bit all over the place, I think. It was short but sweet, which is what I like with my YouTube videos. But obviously, if you've got any questions, comments, anything you've asked me, what you want me to include in this cutting series, please drop below so I can give you all the details. Obviously, there will be physique updates in here along the way as well, but I'm just, you know, I'm in my comfy. Oh, this is Gymshark, by the way, how cute. Not been released yet, but I'm just in my comfy, so I wasn't going to do a physique update today. But really hope you enjoyed this series, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!